Hi, I'm Chris Martirano with American Music and Sound and our good friends here at Full Compass. It's my privilege today to show you the Kurzweil Forte, an awesome stage piano featuring brand new recordings of a new 9-foot German grand, a 7-foot Japanese grand, and featuring a brand new technology called flash play, allowing this instrument to have a total whopping memory of 16 gigabytes. Each of the pianos and the electric pianos and the clavs and other instruments I'll be demonstrating for you have 8 velocity levels recorded completely through the full decay of the instrument along with release samples. So we're going to get started listening to some of the great sounds. I'll just tell you a few more features: 128 voice polyphony, a lot of DSP horsepower for great effects, and a 4-zone ability to combine sounds so that you can put together multiples of up to 4 different sounds. Project them out MIDI, project them out USB. You also have a USB memory stick you can save your programs to, and you can assign all these beautiful controls to the sounds to do a myriad of unique things. Kurzweil was thinking ahead of time about the live performer, so they assigned the last 4 sliders to all the regular programs to effects control. You can have effects on slider F, G, H, and I always being reverb, H always being delay, G being sometimes phasing, chorus, or another effect, and effect 1 sometimes on slider F is overdrive or some additional effect applicable to the instrument. A beautiful new color display gives you so much information, and to really top the whole instrument off, they went to the 9s here in terms of giving you sonic power. The instrument possesses this great engine, extended vast, and with a sound tower editor that's free, provided with the instrument, you can get deep down into synth programming. That editor can run standalone, it can run as part of your DAW as a plugin, or it also comes for the iPad. So let's get involved in the sound. Here's the 9-foot concert grand. 8 velocity levels, which I'll demonstrate. There are many different programs based on this piano recording. We'll listen to the 7-foot. This is a Japanese piano. Also, 8 dynamic levels. We'll listen to some of the electric pianos. They recorded 2 new Tyne electric pianos, 2 new Rhodes, a 73 and a 1977. Both are Mark I. Both have 8 velocity levels, as I said earlier, and release samples. The 73 was recorded through an amp and also the direct out of the instrument. The 77 was recorded just through the direct out. And they also have, of course, which we'll get to in a second, a Wurlitzer A200. So here's the Rhodes. I'm going to use some of the real-time controls and put a phaser on. Little delay. Of course, I'm itching to play popular songs, but I'll stay with improvisations here. Here's another one called Steely Dino 77. Eight dynamic levels means I can get Now we'll listen to that Wurlitzer A200. They've done a lot of creative programming, so you don't have to think about it too much. The tremolo is on the wheel, same for the Rhodes. Then you have a tremolo control assigned to a slider, so you can get a nice adjustable right away, adjustable tremolo rate. We'll listen to some of the other sounds found in the instrument. They've also packaged the KORE 64 ROM that was made popular and delivered for the PC3 series Kurzweil products. So there's a ton of guitars, new guitars, beautiful instruments, drums that are programmed amazingly, and you have a full assortment of what you'd expect: basses, acoustic and electric, Latin percussion. I'm going to show just a handful of the clavinets. I think they're beautiful. Again, 8 dynamic levels with all the release samples. Here's another setting. They recorded the B, C, and AC rocker positions, and those, they're classic. Here's another great clav patch. Another great one. So that's enough of the clav, but there's a ton of them in here. Ton of programs for each of these recordings. These are all brand new recordings. As I said, the grand pianos you heard, they were 4 gigabytes big each. This is a whole new technology. 16 gigabytes of sound under one instrument. It's amazing. Let's listen to some combinations I put together to let you kind of hear what the instrument sounds like when you're using it in multi-mode. They call it multis. So I created a few just to give you an idea of the power when you start to combine these sounds together. Here's a sound that I designed for kind of a Latin application. I put some bongo drums with an electric bass in the left hand. I have piano in the right hand. And I also have brass when I hit hard attacks. So together we can have something like. And if I want to, I have a volume pedal, I can turn the brass off completely, even on velocity, so that when I hit hard, there's no brass. So if I want to play a solo and really dig in. Now I want the brass back, I turn the pedal up. Very dynamic. All the control assortments can be assigned to each of the instruments. Here's a kind of a rock idea using drums in the left hand. I have hi-hats, tom-toms, crash cymbals. So I'll just start with a beat. Fun if you want to play Rockin' Out as a solo. I have acoustic bass now with an organ and some brass. So the bass is going to have a ride cymbal on it. A lot of overdrive on the organ. Now let's listen to a few of the orchestral sounds. This is going to start with the woodwinds. As I bring up my CC pedal, I'm going to introduce strings. Harder attack velocity is going to introduce trumpets in the right hand. And then I have a big orchestral gran cassa, some tubular bells, and a crash cymbal in the left hand under hard velocity. So I'm going to just create an orchestral film score clip here. A lot of power under your fingers at one time. I'll show just one or two others. This is using some of the guitars, and you'll notice that we can bend individual notes. This is unique. Kurzweil's had this technology for quite a while, but it's still very powerful. Right now I'm grabbing a single bass note with my sustain pedal because I've assigned sostenuto to it, and I'm bending pitch. You notice it doesn't affect the lower sustaining note. As you can hear, there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of musicality built into the sounds. I'm going to conclude with just a couple more features about the instrument. They did a great job. The editor, as I said earlier, the Sound Tower editor is very powerful. That allows you deep into the engine to actually change patches, change the effects chains, build new effects chains, add very, very cool synthesis structure underneath a stage piano. Very, very cool. I'm going to take you out playing one more piano sound and allowing you to once again hear these great new pianos. Thanks again for watching. I'm Chris Martirano. It's been my pleasure to show you the Kurzweil Forte. If you have any questions or need additional information, go to fullcompass.com or contact one of your sales associates. Thanks again.